I've got the missing link that's been preventing you from achieving the best body that you could, and I'm going to show you what it is in this video. First off, Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good time and all that. Now, what is this missing link that I was talking about? Now, the main reason I don't believe that you don't have the success in your training, whether it's for jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, any other sport, or you know, just you want to build muscle, or CrossFit, or weight loss, or whatever. I don't think that you're not in the shape that you're in because you're not disciplined enough, you're not training hard enough. I mean, that's true for a lot of people, but I don't think it's true for you, and I'll tell you why. So I've noticed this cycle here in Phuket, and I'm sure it happens everywhere in the world, but maybe a little bit more so here. And the cycle of, you know, progress to frustration is this: for whatever reason, people decide, I'm gonna change things now, I'm gonna train more, I'm gonna get in shape, and you know, and they start training, start going to the gym, maybe doing more jiu-jitsu, maybe doing whatever, it doesn't matter, but you know, motivated, I'm gonna do it 3 times a week, 6 times a week, you know, 2 times a day, even people here in Phuket, whatever, and you know, do the work, start eating better and all of that, and inevitably somewhere in the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, you start seeing changes in your body. Maybe you build some muscle, maybe you lost some fat or whatever, start getting stronger in the gym, of course, exercise get easier, your conditioning and cardio improves, you know, all that good stuff, it happens. But then what a lot of times also happens is pain starts to happen. Maybe the elbow, maybe the knee, maybe the back, maybe the shoulder, maybe the neck, whatever. Something starts to hurt. Now, you're tough, so you don't just stop training because something hurts a little bit. So you keep going, keep pushing, maybe work around it, maybe work through it. And yeah, that's great. You keep making progress, keep getting stronger, keep building some muscle, losing fat, getting better at your sport. But then inevitably what happens is the little pain turns into a real pain and a real injury, and your back goes out, or you know, your shoulder hurts so bad that you know, you can't lift it above your head properly anymore, or you know, your knee goes or whatnot, and then you're forced to stay home, and then you get frustrated, and then you start to, you know, eat more comfort foods or whatever, or like if you're like in my case, when I get stressed, I stop eating, so then I lose a lot of muscle. For other people, they start eating donuts and pizza and whatnot, and they start to get fat again. But whatever your body type or eating type may be, doesn't matter. The cause of it is because you got in pain and you got it, or maybe even properly injured. You can't train the way that you want to anymore, that you used to before in those first couple of weeks, and inevitably, you know, you start to lose the progress that you made. And then, you know, you might do some physio, or you might just rest, or maybe, you know, take some pills, or maybe even get surgery or whatever. And then, what do you want? Shut up. That's Charlie, the dog. What did it say? Oh yeah, so you know, maybe you do something about your injury, maybe you don't, but usually you just focus on that body part that hurts, and once it feels better, inevitably, you know, you get to the point where you look at yourself in the mirror, or you get out of breath from doing something simple, and you know, you go back to the beginning of the cycle. I'm gonna do something about this. This time it's gonna be different. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna... Charlie, be quiet. Sorry. And then, you know, initially, again, probably you'll build some muscle, lose some fat, get in shape, all of that. And then, you know, at some point, maybe after a couple of weeks, maybe after a couple of months, maybe after 6 months, maybe after a year, inevitably pain starts to return, and, you know, the whole process starts to happen again and again. Now, what can you do about it? Not train at all. Charlie, no. 1 minute. All right, again, sorry about that. Charlie was stuck and he wants to get out. Anyway, what can you do about it, about this thing? Well, that's the missing link that I'm gonna tell you about. Basically, if this sounds familiar to you, then you probably don't have a proper foundation of muscle in your body. And the foundation muscles are all the muscles that, you know, when you're a baby, all the muscles that pull you in a little fetal ball. So it's your hip flexors, your quadriceps, kind of hamstrings in a way as well, and the upper body, your chest, your lats, your biceps, your finger flexors. They were already very active and relatively strong. If you want proof, find yourself a baby, put your finger in his hand, and he's gonna grip it right away with a surprising amount of strength for a baby. But the muscles that get you out of that little ball position and that get you upright, that extend your hips, extend your spine, pull your shoulders back, rotate your arms out, those are the muscles that as a baby weren't really developed yet. The physical muscle was there, but the connection between your brain and those muscle fibers wasn't really developed yet. That came with the months, the years as you grew older. Now if you look at old people, it reverses. So these foundation muscles, and by the way, they are your glutes, hamstrings, and hamstring is kind of both, but they are very important. Glutes, hamstrings, lower back, abdominals, obliques, and then upper back, your lower trapezius muscles, and your rotator cuff and rear delt muscles. Those are the foundation muscles. Now when they are, they were the last to, godverdamme. I'm gonna continue anyway. They were the first, they were the last to come. They were the first to go away. So if you look at old people, they kind of grow back towards that fetal position. If you look at people who get some kind of neurological problem or whatever, again, they get like into that fetal position. Also stress, whether that's physical stress from not sleeping enough, not eating well, whatever, or mental stress from, you know, busy job, sitting at a computer all day long. And anything really, illness, whatever. Those baby muscles, they tend to get tighter and tighter, and those foundation muscles, they tend to just shut down, get weak. They can get tight as well, but really what happens is, for some reason, the body just kind of shuts them down, and they atrophy and they get weak. And those a lack of tension in those muscles, that's really the main reason that I found in 15 years of fixing people's injuries and getting them back to training. It's almost always, like 9.9 times out of 10, it's a lack of strength in those muscles that is at least one of the main causes of pain. So, you know, weak hamstrings lead to sore knees. Weak glutes, back and abs creates lower back weakness and thus pain. Shoulder pain, neck pain, always the lower traps are not always, 9.9 times out of 10. The lower trap muscles are underdeveloped. You see a lot of times people have like relatively good amount of muscle on here, on the back of the shoulders and the lats, the chest, and then there's like a gap in between the shoulder blades, and you know, those muscles don't do their job. Other muscles have to take over, end up doing more work. Movement patterns get messed up. That's why you get pain in the shoulders and in the neck as well. So what always happened is I would get a client with knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. You know, I fix it with, among other things, strengthening those muscles. But then they go back to their normal training and typical training schedule and fitness classes and all that. And inevitably, you know, it happens again and again and again. Unless you train those foundation muscles a lot and you prioritize those foundation muscles. Now the good news is you don't need to do a lot for them, although of course the stronger you want to get, the more work you're gonna have to do. If you want to build like good sized muscles, it's gonna require some work. But if it's just for injury prevention, feeling better, you know, even a little bit every day can make a big difference. So I recommend to train those muscles every single day. That's what I'm doing right now. I was out of it running for a little bit because I broke my hand, and I just, you know, same thing, got demotivated, didn't really care anymore. But for the last 2 weeks or so, I've been doing this foundation every day, and some days I go heavy and do a lot of reps. Other days, like today, I just spent like 4 minutes doing it. But I still work them a little bit because it creates tension, and joints love tension in the foundation muscles. When you got the right amount of tension in the foundation muscles, your joints are happy. If those muscles lack the right amount of tension, then, you know, stuff doesn't sit quite in the right place. That's when you get pain. So yeah, that's basically what I recommend for you to do. Work on your foundation muscles every day. Now I am actually in the process of creating well, it's not really a program, it's not really a course, it's more of a system. Basically, I've revealed the system already. Do something for your foundation muscles every single day. Charlie, calm down. Do something for your foundation muscles every day. That's the program. Congratulations, you got it for free. Now if you want to get the specific exercises that I'm doing, and again, that you should be doing, could be doing, depending on how much energy you have on that day. If you've got a lot of energy, great, you can do big exercises for it. For example, I love snatch, grip, high pulls because it hits pretty much all of those foundation muscles at once. It hits the glutes, hamstrings, lower back. It hits the upper back and the rotator cuff, rear delts almost perfectly. It doesn't really hit the lower traps. I do scap pull-ups for the lower traps, and then something for abs like an L-sit or something like that. 3 exercises and I've got everything hit. And sometimes I do just that. Other days I do that, add something else to it. Other days I might do different exercises and either go much lighter or much heavier, like doing a rack pull, a rack deadlift, for example. So in this course, I guess, foundation every day, I'm going to show you exactly how you can set it up. And I will have to do a better video without the dog at some point in the future. I don't have it ready yet, so I can't sell it to you now. So in the meantime, just try to figure it out for yourself. Let me know if you've got any questions about it, because that will help me to put the program together better. Yeah, and that is it. Again, Happy New Year. And I guarantee you, if you work on your foundation this year, 12 months from now, your body is going to be much happier, more powerful, move better, less pain, and you're gonna just be more successful with your physical goals, whatever. All right, enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.